My name's Primo, and I'm a stained glass artist, leaded light maker, restorer. How I originally started, if I give you a bit of background, so I'm 58 now, so it would have been approximately 40 years ago. I was working with my dad when I left school, and that was a hard job. It was terrazzo floor laying, again, working with your hands, and that was working 6 in the morning till, say, 6 at night, and that was a really hard job. So I'd done that for a couple of years. And then I had a mate who was doing stained glass, and he wanted me to do some drawings. I was always very good at art, and it's something that I wanted to do. But back then, in the 80s, you go to careers advice and say, I want to do something with art. I want to be a TV cameraman. I want to do this. And they go, haven't got anything like that. We've got something at Boots developing some films. Those were the options available to you. So you were shut down. And so I started doing that, and then I got paid for it, and then started doing a couple of days with him. And I thought, this isn't like real work really, because I know what real work was. So I started doing this, and it just went from there. I think it's like a job that people would do as a hobby, and to do it as a job, it's like not working really. I still tell people like it's not like a real job. It's like I'm drawing, I'm restoring something, I'm meeting people every day, and getting paid for it. And that's how I stayed doing it for as long as I have, really. When I was that age as well, when I first started, I was an aspiring musician in bands and wanted to be a pop star, which is probably good that it didn't happen, because I think the longevity of this job far outweighs the pop career business, even though it was fun for 10, 15 years. It was a nice thing to have experienced, in my youth, really. If I'm honest, I was doing this while I was waiting to become successful in the music industry. And, if I didn't do it as a job, I'd probably do something like this as a hobby. It's nice doing this because, as I say, I like people. You deal a lot with people. So say, for instance, when this come in, they'd see a damaged, unrestorable piece in their eyes. And when I actually fix it and put it back together and fit it for them, they're really happy. They're happy that it's done, and it gives them a lot of pleasure. And then this gives me a lot of pleasure as well, seeing that. Because, it's like this mutual thing going on, and it's great that they're happy. And that's the first time that they've seen something like that done. I mean, I've seen it thousands of times, but you still get that satisfaction knowing that they're happy, and that's what I want to do, really. I want people to be happy with the job that I've done. I don't want to be like, I've done that, I've got the money, I'm off. If they've got a problem, I'll fix it. I love that part of it. It's nice dealing with people, doing the job and dealing with the people as well. I wouldn't like to be hidden away somewhere and working for someone, and I'm just doing this day in, day out, and I never get to see anybody. I like people coming in and just saying hello. They might not even be customers. Like that lady earlier, just come in and they say hello, and it's nice. It's a nice community thing, and I think people like the fact that these sort of shops exist in the community as well, especially with all the shops that are opening on the high street, having a negative impact on everything. I think these are the sort of shops and creative spaces that people kind of like. I don't really advertise much anymore, apart from social media, but a lot of it's word of mouth, which is the best form of advertising, because doing it for 40 years, you get a bit of a reputation as well. So, you can't beat that for time. We used to work from my mate's house in his cellar, then we moved here, so probably about 35 years, I'd say. It's quite a nice little workshop and workspace, to work from, just me on my own. It's a lifetime, isn't it? I do keep thinking, when I grow up, what am I going to do? But I'm already doing it, and I'm already grown up. Then when I sit back and reflect on it, I think that, it's actually a really good job, and it's been good to me as well. So, No, there wouldn't be anything involved with my family. Although my mum, when I was young, about 15, she did collect a load of stained glass that was in the house, and she asked me to do something with it. So I'm guessing she was quite happy when I went into doing stained glass. So that was it. That was interesting. It can seem, inconsequential, but it was something that I still remember. I still remember the box of glass that she showed me, and there was a program on the TV. So in a small way, it was almost like a little push of encouragement there. I think I enjoy the most is when someone comes in and they haven't really got an idea of what they want, and then I get to talk to them, get to talk about what they like. I go around their house and see what their internal decorations like, what they're into. And sometimes it's quite modern what they like, so I'll suggest something that might be a modern abstract piece, and I've done that for people, and that I get a lot of satisfaction out, because I've helped them realise something that they would never have thought of initially, and I've made it for them, and they're really happy again. And that's what I enjoy the most. I think if you've created something from scratch and you've made it and seen it through, I think that's where the satisfaction comes from, helping someone do that as well. I love that.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely love that. As a creative person like yourself, it's nice to see something all the way through and have a finished thing and then move on to something else.